We crown a champion tonight here at Levine Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Florida Gators.
You okay, son?
Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here. Hurry.
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ought to be the head coach. And here I am.
You wonder if the pressure may be getting to this young Gator quarterback. They trail at the break. Who's going to celebrate as national champions? 2 quarters to find out as we get set for the final half. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, my goodness.
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. Lincoln Smith, 77 yards. And the Gators have jumped out in front. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's something they couldn't accomplish in the first 2 quarters of this game. So finally, finding their way downfield. I think Coach Red O'Brien, he had shown a preference for either quarterback. But this kid who's out there right now, one thing we know about him, he's a fighter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was just going to say that, Charles. He's a fighter, and he does have plenty of upside. We know that he can lead. You and I, sitting with him this week, didn't you just see a guy who could step into any locker room and control the presence of his teammates?
I just remember when we left that room, you said 2 things to me. I think this kid's going to be poised under pressure, and to me, he's a natural leader, and I concur with both of those statements.
They'll start on the ground with Foster, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll go again with Foster, and he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Foster is the ball carrier.
For the Cornhuskers program, obviously so rich in history, great players, legendary coaches throughout the decades. It's almost surprising that this is their first foray into the college football playoff as they seek their 6th national title. Remember, they won back-to-back titles in the 70s, 70 and 71, and then 3 times in the 90s, 94, 95, and most recently, 1997. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And now, folks, we are getting confirmation on what we heard earlier about quarterback Tommy Matthews. He will not be returning to this football game.
And he started in this one after having not started in the semifinal.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there, because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders squared to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Gators take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
1st and 10, Florida. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Hits his target, Hunter. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. DeMarcus Jennings there to make the grab. And the Gators push that lead out a bit further. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks and we like them both.
I love the way you just should.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And all the way up to the 47-yard line. And a huge play that time. 44 yards on the ground. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. This is Ellington. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off near his own 48. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They keep it in the hands of Foster. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
A shotgun handoff now. Foster. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 1st and goal, Foster. And he is in. Touchdown, Nebraska. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. The Cornhuskers now going to line up and go for 2.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Here's Nebraska now after the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this second half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the second half. He's taking his offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and when they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Lynch on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lynch. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes out right around the 39. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Lynch's pass.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Incomplete from the contact.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going on 4th down. It's Lynch. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40.
This is too easy right here.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Cornhuskers take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 1st down, it's Lynch. Buying time to his left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Cornhuskers now with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for his running back. It's now 2nd and 10.
One last shot for Lynch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dixon. And he will score. Touchdown, Nebraska. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So start the celebration in Gainesville for the first time since 2008. The Florida celebration time on that sideline. And it took a change at quarterback as thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there the second half, Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe...
You hear from Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. Need to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everyone's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews.
You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys in their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kid, so I stayed behind, make sure you were all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
Hey, they did leave you the trophy. They wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
It's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and we can win the championship. Together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together.
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Yeah. Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach?
Don't look too disappointed.
No. I was just suspecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No, give me a minute.
Okay, Coach.
Actually, I'm here to talk to you about next season.
Yeah, sure, talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
Something good, I hope.
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even going to be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
Just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the third round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your heartbreak kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak kids. I appreciate the faith, Coach, but if I'm gonna play QB at the next level, seems like leaving now is my only shot.
That's probably true.
Wow. I did not expect all this to come to a head so soon.
Well, anything you need, just call. And when those NFL coaches come calling, trust that I'll have your back.
Strange, that interaction or...
Cupcake? So, the NFL Combine, I spent so much time preparing for it, but some things you can't ever really say you're ready for. That's how the week felt to me. No. No, this cannot be happening. Okay. Oh, man, okay. Think. Where was the last place you looked at him?
If you knew where you last saw him, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah, thanks. A lot of help you are. Oh, you're rich.
Say it with me now. Eisen.
Right, Eisen. You're Rich Eisen, big fan. I'm gonna be the laughingstock of your next broadcast, aren't I?
Depends. You gonna run the 40 barefoot? I may have a little fun with you, but don't worry. I won't make you a running joke, huh? Come on. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe not your best, but I'll tell you what. You let me wear your cleats, I'll laugh at any joke you have. I mean, seriously, I'm desperate.
Try 'em on. See if they fit. What's the verdict?
Perfect fit, but honestly, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98, baby.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing that?
With as much adrenaline as I have coursing through my veins right now from trying to find my cleats, there's no way I don't beat the combine record. I tell you what, I'll be even faster. Just watch.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start things off with my personal favorite, the event that can break the spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one half of America's darlings, the Heartbreak Kids, an intriguing draft prospect to say the least. We'll see him up next for the skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Okay. No! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check go. Yeah! Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check. We're almost there, a little more. 70, 10 more.
Well, today, and a little bit of it all. Select few guys who may have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL Draft. Until next time, I'm Rich Eisen. Welcome to the 2020 NFL Draft. And we're back in the fourth round of the draft. The talent herd is beginning to thin, but there are still some real studs out there.
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. How you feeling right now?
Oh, everything's great, Coach.
Well, look, son, we've been following you for quite some time, and we believe you could be an integral part of this team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to show you I'm worth your pick.
I know you will. I'll expect you to show up ready, okay?
I'll be the first one there. Can't wait.
And I'm just getting confirmation that the pick is it. Let's take it to the podium to see who the next pick in the draft is going to be. What a phenomenal pick. This kid has shown some elite abilities on the field. He's a freak athlete, totally capable of taking over a game in the right system.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. This is your development trait, superstar, and
the way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Time to try and go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could talk to. We're talking about your to protecting the sons and daughters from political slaughter. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When it's touching the culture, hit you with them Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top I was gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only been for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Don't see it when I never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire.
second nature, all is automatic.
At your first training camp, who helped you adjust to NFL life?
No matter how ready you think you are, nothing really prepares you for the big leagues, so I appreciated having him as a guide. I didn't realize just how much impact it would have over the course of my rookie year, on and off the field.
Well, we finally get to see at least one of our beloved Heartbreak Kids in action on the field. Look, I'm a founding member of the Heartbreaker fan club, going all the way back to their high school days. So, needless to say, I for one have been dying to see them step onto an NFL field and show everyone what they can do since we last saw them lighting the world on fire in the college ranks. But as excited as I and the rest of the Heartbreakers are to see them take the field, it's a moment we may all have to wait for until next season.
The veteran players were encouraged to mentor the new guys on how to succeed and push us to be competitive, even in the preseason. I appreciated that he took me under his wing, and our extra reps after practice helped me get dialed in.
Fellas, it's put up or shut up time. I know you've seen the press. Your offense has been talking smack about us. Man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it?
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Chris Boswell. It's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now the first carry for a former Pitt Panther, LaShawn McCoy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Throw left side complete. It's McCoy. It'll go as a long of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. From the gun, it's Brady. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
after the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
5-yard line.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And he finds Howard complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Our 2 quarterbacks here, Brady and Roethlisberger. Of course, they met so many times over the course of the last decade and a half. Brady usually getting the upper hand if you look at the numbers, especially in Foxborough, where Tom was 6-0 against Big Ben with a touchdown to interception ratio of 21-0. That's pretty good. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now it's the backup Gabbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Daniel McCullers busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Wendell Small.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
By Levante Davis.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down.
The quarterback on the scramble.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. By Devin White in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one. In Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Cook. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think there's still a long way to go in this football game. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Gabbard. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Gabbard's pass complete to J.Don Mickens.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Union to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught at the 25. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that,
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Switzer as time expires in the 1st half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen.
Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the 2nd half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for...
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Chris Boswell.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Makes the score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 9. Gabbard. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
T.J. Logan.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Gabbard steps up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
A loss of 7 yards.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They start the drive with Smallwood. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Yeah, baby.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wendell Smallwood, 79 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now whistles here, and I think the offense has just used their 3rd and final timeout of the 2nd half. They have. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Gabbert. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Highsmith. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
49-yard line.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And some room to roam now. Pass slipped down the numbers. There he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Wendell Smallwood. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. To throw is Gabbert. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Howard.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Brought down right at the line.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Gabbert. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. Incomplete.
Gabbert's pass.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2 yards to go.
Gabbert on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Gabbert's pass.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He was taken down behind the line.
Here's Snell yet again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They run the counter, Smallwood. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
The line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll run for it with Samuels. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Here's Gabbert now. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the Steelers' 35-yard line.
Gabbert now. On the move to his left. He'll try it. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
27-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He was 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
now it looks like he'll throw here. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
The quarterback taken down.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. But they occupy people, allowed to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find Switzer. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Ryan Switzer ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
With a good first preseason matchup under my belt, Coach called me into his office. I was hoping for good news. I tried to come to terms with the fact that my view for the rest of the year would be from the sidelines and not the line of scrimmage. But life has a way of surprising me sometimes. My chance to start a regular season game arrived unexpectedly in the middle of week 7. Our starter was injured, and I was the next man up. It took everything I had to calm my nerves. The preseason is one thing, but I'd be stepping out under the lights for real this time. Then we huddled up and headed out.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, Justin Tucker is week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
A 3-yard pickup.
A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 20 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
We all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So here we are, Charles, speaking of this rookie quarterback. He's had 1 training camp and, gosh, I don't know, about a month and a half or so of regular season games to try to digest everything. Now here he is making his first NFL start.
And he will tell you that he is calm, has everything under control, that the butterflies won't get him. But let's just be honest about it. They have to affect him at least a little bit. Let's see.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 20 carries, 82 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run the option as Jackson will hand it to Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
48-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 14, Ravens nothing.
Jackson on 1st down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews.
Complete.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Stephon Tuitt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. And he loses the football the second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steelers
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A gain of 22 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. So we come upon the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And more. He's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to. We often have the feeling people upset, but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they have something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This time Jackson will throw it. They go screen. This is Ingram.
Jackson.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Stephon Tuitt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They begin on the ground here with Connor, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
On the handoff.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Pittsburgh.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Connor again.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
The pass.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Pittsburgh.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
James Conner on the handoff.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On the pickup.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Chris Moore returning it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A good pick up there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Ravens. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First and 10 at the 49.
And Jackson throwing once more. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Jackson will throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Again, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Andrews lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now look at him go. 20, 10.
That's what it is, baby.
And
that's
that
what it
might
is.
just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man, Chris Moore. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Ravens offense back out there. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Now Jackson on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an... From the gun, Jackson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they dropped just their second game so far as they've...
It was a tough break for the injured guy, but this was huge for me. The press wanted a quote, which is how things happen like they did. For a few last photos and left the podium. Later that day, I checked the headlines and was shocked to see one in particular about my press conference.